Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is V, and for today's video, I'm going to be sharing you guys some tips and strategies that I've applied in order to significantly boost my speaking ability. So I've received tons of requests for the IELTS series, and this is gonna be the part 2. The continuation of the first video, which I've already done about the listening proportion. But this video is another skill which I think is also important aspect of English, which is speaking. So if you have watched my first video on my YouTube channel and the latest video, you'll see how much progress I've made over an expanded period of time. And during those period of time, I have come to a conclusion and realization about speaking ability that I would like to share with you guys in this video. So without further ado, let's get into the videos because this video is gonna be so interesting. Alright, so the very first tip I want to share with you guys is that you gotta practice because there's no shortcuts. There's literally nothing like tips and strategies or even approaches, except for you have to practice speaking more often. You gotta make mistakes because making mistakes is an integral part of growing up and of making progress. So just make as many mistakes as possible and don't be afraid of just expressing yourself and actually showcasing your abilities in speaking English. This really shows that you are willing to take on challenges in order to improve your speaking ability, and also shows others people that in spite of not being perfect or having imperfections or frequent inaccuracies in your speaking ability, but you're not afraid of others' opinions and you don't let those judgments or those criticisms influence your consistency in speaking English. So just practice speaking English as much as possible, because you will lose like any other skills if you do not retrieve or use it on a daily basis. You will lose it in the end. So just practice speaking English day by day, little by little, and by making small steps, you will reach a bigger result in the future, of course. And the next tip I want to share with you guys is that you also have to focus on expanding your vocabulary or incorporating more grammatical structures in order to expand and to express yourself more accurately and more effectively. So, of course, there's nothing wrong with simple vocabulary, but if you want to express yourself more clearly and to drive your message home or to get your ideas across to a wide range of different audiences, including experts or a mass audience in general, then you also have to be more concise and more precise in your language, and you also have to be flexible in your ability to use a wide variety of different grammatical structures, to diversify your speech and also showcase to the audiences that you are a fluent and an effective communicator that can use English flexible and stuff like that. So just don't use specialized vocabulary because it's just gonna confuse and complicate stuff even more. So just use vocabulary that is a little bit more academic but also not too simple or straightforward. So yeah, just diversify and make your speech more creative and more diverse in your own ways. And the next strategy I want to show you guys, it's not only restricted to speaking but also to IELTS as well, is that you use more collocations and more idiomatic expressions. So it's also relating to vocabulary, which is a tip I've just mentioned previously, but I want to focus more on I want to dedicate this whole tip just to talk about collocations and the importance of it in everyday conversations. Because if you know how to fluently and articulately use collocations and idiomatic expressions, for example, so you may wonder, what exactly is collocations? If you're not familiarized yourself with this term yet, then collocations are a set of words that often go together, that sound really natural, sound really native-like, that native speakers generally use. For example, we do not say lay the table, but we do not say set the table or stuff like that. It's like okay, so sorry for that interruption, because I'm using this app and the time limit is only 5 minutes each time, so I have to like record the video again. But I'm just gonna continue with the part that I've been left off, which I'm talking about collocations and idioms. So if you know how to use a vast area of different collocations and those fixated words, then it's just gonna make your speech 100% more persuasive. No, not persuasive, but a little bit more professional, and it is really fantastic and less boring, because you are able to use a wide variety of different structures, and it really showcases your fluency and the ability to, just really actually know how to use that in the right context. So yeah, just use as many vocabulary and as many idiomatic passages as possible, but don't overuse it. Don't use idioms too much, because I think that idioms are really, metaphorical and just really figurative, and sometimes it just really makes your speech really old-fashioned, I guess. But just use collocations. Collocations are really, really crucial to memorize. Alright, and the last tip, which is the tip I figured out when I was preparing for the IELTS speaking test, which is to watch people expressing themselves, or watch people communicating in the mock test, or the the simulations videos, like when people are pretending that they are engaging in a particular IELTS exam. And I really adore watching those videos when people in higher bands than me start using communicating and expressing themselves, and I can clearly see how they approach each question and the way that they confidently express themselves to the examiners, and how they naturally communicate, and how they achieve such a high band score. So by watching those type of sample videos, I guess, just here's the key words, just like IELTS speaking band 9 or 8, or your target band score, sample, and there's gonna be tons of videos popping up on YouTube channel for you to actually analyze and watch how people approach and how people actually tackle those questions, especially those painstaking questions that are unfamiliar to them, and how they just naturally be able to cope with any questions on the way. So yeah, just watch a lot of sample questions, and each video just take notes of the collocations or the vocabulary that you might find interesting, or you found kind of particularly novel or new to you, that you can actually retrieve from your memory and use it the next time when you are answering any IELTS questions, or when you're speaking English. So just take notes and use that and put that into actions, because if you do not do that, then you're not likely to forget them altogether. So yeah, that's also my last tip, and that's summarize my whole entire video. So by implementing those tips into your speaking routine and your speaking ritual by every single day, I can definitely ensure that you will see a huge difference in your speaking ability. And thank you so much for watching to the very end. Hope you guys find this video useful as usual, and bye.